Hey guys, it's Lemon Drop. There's no pomp and circumstance to this video. I just wanted to talk about Elden Ring for a little bit. I think Elden Ring rightly deserves the praise of being described as a masterpiece. I don't like number scores. I think they try to assign an objective value to someone's subjective opinion. How many points is art direction worth? Or how many points would technical problems like installation problems take away? What about how quickly things load, or how much space a game takes on your hard drive? While we try to pretend we give scores objectively, they pretty much boil down to, how likely are you to recommend this game? That's why I think calling Elden Ring a masterpiece is an acceptable appraisal of it, because even the things that you could think to improve on don't ultimately detract from the ridiculous standard of quality it sets. As an example, the Mona Lisa is a masterpiece, although you could maybe find ways to improve it. Maybe a little more interest in the background, or if Da Vinci had rendered more of her, or if there was lighting as dynamic as a Caravaggio painting. You could think of ways to improve it, but that doesn't detract from the masterpiece status of the original work. Similarly, Elden Ring's flaws don't detract from its masterpiece status. But that's an aside, that's free of charge. This isn't an objective critique of Elden Ring. It isn't even really a review. What I really just wanted to address in this video is that Elden Ring has proven something to me that I've felt for several years now. Video games are just unnecessarily bad.
Video games suck. Video games suck. Video games suck. Video games suck. All video games, none of them are fun. All of them suck. All video games suck. I'm never playing a video game ever again.
For a long time, I've thought to myself, well, maybe I'm just growing out of video games, and I'm not enjoying them as much because they're fundamentally simplistic and not made for adults. Here and there, I'd find a game that would latch onto me, like Death Stranding. The review is still coming, wait for it. But I just assumed that I'd found a specific type of game that fit my personality or my mindset at the time. But Elden Ring has invoked something in me that I haven't felt in years. Even the Souls games and Sekiro didn't enrapture me as much as Elden Ring has. I was held in thrall by the size of this game's map, the challenge of the new bosses, the huge variety of new weapons and spells to play with, the secrets scattered throughout the world. I felt like the game was respecting my time, my intelligence, my investigative skills, my dedication, my wallet. On my first playthrough, I spent 160 hours Roombaing my way around the world and just having fun. Roaming a world where everything can kill you at any level if you stand still for too long keeps you on your toes and in the zone.
The game is fun. The game is a battle. If it's not fun, why bother? If it's not a battle, where's the fun?
The last time I felt this way about a game was probably Metal Gear Solid 5, and before that it was Skyrim. And this game just made me feel like a kid. I've thought about the games I've been playing recently. I played Half-Life Alyx. That game was pretty good. I'd have given it a higher score if it wasn't a $350 buy-in, and even then not running great because I only have a mid-tier PC. I played Hitman 3. That game was pretty good, but the monetization is egregious. I played Monster Hunter World, which was a little niche for me, but I had fun with it. I played Dishonored for the first time, and it was a good game and stands the test of time, but it's pretty short and linear. I was thinking about major games that have come out recently, and they just do nothing for me. I don't care about Horizon. I don't care about Hogwarts Legacy. I don't care about Lego Star Wars. Even games that I have some interest in, like Ghostwire Tokyo or the Yakuza games, don't feel like they justify a full price tag to me. Elden Ring is a phenomenal game. It's like 3 games in one. It's so good that when I recorded footage for the background of this video, I didn't even want to spoil any of it for you. So I just recorded myself sitting and staring at the scenery. FromSoft, to me, have always felt like They found a niche and they just kind of rocked in that niche. The Souls games and Sekiro were really good, but they still felt like you needed to understand FromSoft's philosophies in order to enjoy them. Elden Ring has scooped itself out of that niche and flung FromSoft full tilt into mainstream gaming. They retained their taste for cryptic, archetypal storytelling, but something about this game has pulled me and millions of other people in far more than any past FromSoft title. It is now the game that other open worlds and or fantasy action games should aspire to. Or better yet, just not even try to dethrone, because they will be unable to do what Elden Ring does better than it. It's set a standard, and more personally, it's reminded me that games don't have to suck. You can keep your Naughty Dogs and Ubisofts and Guerrilla Gameses. You can keep your political activist stories and keep working to subvert old games through remasters. I don't care anymore. Elden Ring has broken onto the scene. A new IP from a small studio in Japan is now a literal household name. And with that, I now have hope that gaming can be restored to a golden age again. Or, perhaps in true FromSoft fashion, that the current order of games can be shattered and something greater can rise. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.